you do when you're alone with no one waiting by your side? You've been running and hiding way along. You know it's just your foolish pride, Layla. Hi, how you doing? Justin here. In this lesson right now we're going to be checking out the intro and the first solo to Layla. We're going to do the chords and the strumming stuff separate and the final solo separate as well. So this lesson, just the main riff at the beginning and the first solo. So let's get to a close-up and check out the chord section first of all before the lead part starts. Okay, here we are for the little chordy riff for Layla. Now I'm using here, it's like a D chord, but I've lifted my second finger off because I'm going to use that to go down here on this note C, which is 3rd fret of the 5th string. Now Clapton doesn't play it like that. He plays it like this, playing like a full D minor chord, and then moves his second finger over to get the note. I don't really hear him playing that note on the thinner string anyway, so this way is kind of a lot easier. But if you're a big Clapton fan and you want to play it his way, then you might want to play it with the D minor wherever I'm playing it that way. So what we've got here, you'll need the tab, because I'm not going to go through and explain every note because it's going to be a bit too long-winded. So we've got this little riff here, open, D, and then just that individual note to a B flat. Now you can either play the B flat power chord like that. Now I think Clapton uses his first finger, his little finger. If I do it that way, which I do quite often, I put my little finger down on the right notes and I put my 3rd finger over the top. So it kind of looks a bit confusing because it looks like my 3rd finger is covering all the strings. It's not. The little finger is just hidden underneath. Because my little finger's short and just the right length, but not strong enough to hold the chord. Anyway, so that's the B flat, and then it just slides up 2 frets to C, to D, and that's kind of the riff. B flat, C, D. Second time through, C, D. 3rd time. We're into the little solo part. So each one is ever so slightly different. You could use one of those patterns and use it 3 times if you want. I'm just trying to be as fussy as I can to the record. So again, one more time from the top, we've got B flat, C, D, B flat, C, D, B flat, slide there, Tom. And then we're into the little lead part there. So really, D, playing the C note, B flat chord either like that or like that, C chord that way, and then your little D. Like I said, if you're a big Clapton fan, you can do it here. And play a whole D minor, but I don't hear it that way. So that should take care of the chord thing. So let's have a little look at the solo now. I'll just back myself up a little bit. So the solo is coming after the chord. Okay, the very first lick in the solo here, we've got a little 7th fret in the 4th string, 7th fret 3rd string, 5th fret 2nd string, 6th fret, then a little half. So that's the kind of the 3rd line of my tab, the end of it. Then we've got this little very fast hammer-on flick-off between 5 and 6. Now the rhythm that I've written on the tab is just an approximation. It just means very fast, right? So it's not a particularly hard lick. It's just used to getting that little flick-off in time with the rest. Noticing that you want that on the beat, that on the beat, that on the beat. Quite a nice little lick. Definitely one to practice. You can see kind of an outlining the little D minor chord there, so you can see easily where it's coming from. Then we've got this little, so we've got here 5, 6, sliding up to 8, then 6, 8, slide up to 10, 8, 10, 8, then we're up to kind of D minor pentatonic, 10th position, 10, 13, 10, 12, Classic little fast hammer-on flick off there from Clapton, 10, 12, 10, which I think that'll be the finger in that Clapton uses. Actually, he won't use his forefinger. First finger, third finger, first, second, hammer-on flick off, 13, 10, 13, 10, 12, 10, 12, mute, so there's a little click there, and there's a little 12, flick off to 10, slide back to 9, second finger, first finger, first. Starting from bar 8 of my tab, we've got this, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 and 2 and. So that's a little count. One more time slowly. Quite a nice little riff, shouldn't cause you too many problems. Then we're back down at the 5th fret area again, for very similar to the intro. Then we're into the chords, so that little bit again. Yeah, it's a little roll with the 3rd finger, 7th fret, 7th fret. Here's a direct slide with the 3rd finger, 3rd fret, 5th fret, and just a 3rd, 5th, very quick hammer on. Open, open, 3rd, into the chords we go. And full speed. I hope that's given you some insight into how to play the intro and the first solo, and you're having a bit of fun with that. In the next video I'm going to show you how to do all the chords and the strumming for the actual main song part, and then in the next video I'm going to take you through the final solo. So see you for the next part sometime very soon. Bye bye.